I'm Vila Lucas, and I'm here with Eden Hirschberger, and we are talking about some of the Modern Mystery School sessions and classes that are offered here at Inner Radiance Academy. So the one I wanted to highlight here is something called the Ensothic Ray healing modality. So this is an amazing set of sessions. So it's actually a 3-session series. And what we do is bring in what's called the Ensothic Ray, which is energy from source. Ensoph is the name of God as source energy. And so in the Ensothic Ray healing modality, we are bringing in energy from source and bringing it directly into the physical body to help with healing. And what's super cool about this modality is that it works at 3 levels simultaneously. So it works with physical level healing, soul level healing, which is mental and emotional, and spirit level healing, all at the same time. So it's a very efficient and potent modality. So Eden, this is one you've received before.
Yes.
And how long has it been since you've received it?
It's been about... Well, so I've received it twice. I've received the last session, I think, a couple months ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So the first time you received it was a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was easily 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And it had such an impact on me at the time because I was fighting a lot of really deep physical issues. I was having some major spine problems, and it really helped me have a relationship to it in a way that I never imagined.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really intriguing. A relationship to the physical issue or the healing process, or what? Say more.
It helped put a languaging that I could understand to my physical pain and be able to start a conversation with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did that happen as a result of the series or kind of in the midst of the series?
It was like the second that we started the series, it was like starting to talk to me, and I was like, whoa, this is kind of weird. I'm having a conversation with my spine, but it really shifted the way that I was dealing with my pain at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So would you say it gave you clarity and insight about what that healing process needed to be for you? Or?
Yes. Yeah. It gave me a lot of insight. It gave me communication and connection to my physical pain in a way that I never would have wanted in the first place.
And what was the benefit of having a connection to the pain?
I was ready to release it. That was the thing that kept coming through, especially with that high frequency light, was you're ready to be done with this experience of life. I was like, yes, okay, let's do it.
So it was almost like being disconnected from the pain itself, and the healing that was needed created a barrier so that you couldn't actually engage with the release process.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And, like you said about the physical, emotional, and mental levels of it, I mean, it really worked on all of those at the same time. Having a mental connection to speaking to my body was one. Having the emotional release aspect of it and having the connection to it to be able to release it was phenomenal. And then just the physical pain itself, literally shifting out of my body.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what I love about this story that you're telling, which I don't even know if I've ever heard you speak it that way. That's really cool. But is, we always say, in the mystery school tradition that, all healing is self-healing. So there's, yes, I'm a healer. I'm trained as a healer, trained in a lot of healing modalities, but the healing that we do really is you healing yourself.
Yeah.
And, my job is to, with a particular modality is to be able to bring in energy frequencies and bring in light and support in such a way to help you choose and be able to follow through with that healing. So I love that that's exactly what you described as a result of this modality. So,
seriously. And cool. You wouldn't come to this modality or this work without being really ready to shift something. And I was really, really tired of my physical pain at that point. And the Ensothic Ray changed my life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, and then you did it a second time more recently.
Yes.
So did you have similar results the second time, or what was it like?
My body wasn't in as much physical pain, I would say. And it definitely was more about the emotional stuff that I was really ready to release at a deeper level. And I needed that higher frequency light to come in again and help me shift on such a vast scale.
Wow.
Yeah. You come out of those 3 sessions, they're 3 weeks in a row, and you come out of them just completely different from when you started.
It's true. And, that's one of the things I often say to people when I'm describing this series is that it's like a reset, because you're we're bringing in that high frequency light from source. So, your system remembers, like, oh, this is where I come from. This is like, at a very, very core level, this is my core frequency. And so it allows for a reset at that physical, soul, mental, emotional, and spirit levels. So, so the way the series works, so like Eden said, it's about, we do 7 to 10 days apart for the 3 sessions. So it has a very specific rhythm to it, where there's, kind of this pacing of where, that dose of the light coming in gets given. So the first session we do with a massage table. So you're lying on the table, and we do an infusion of the Ensothic Ray first at the temples, so directly into the brain and the mind, and then we do hands-on somewhere on the physical body. And then, so that's about an hour-long session on the massage table. The second session, we do something called the Inscribing of the Sacred Seals, and there are 12 of them, and they anchor 4 spirit rays, 4 soul rays, and 4 physical rays into the 4 regions of the 3 regions of the body. It's really, really amazing, and it really anchors those particular frequencies in those areas of the body. Do you remember that session specifically?
Barely, but I remembered the impact that it had.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally felt my energy like expanding beyond what I knew was possible for myself, and I was like, ah. But you really feel a lot happening in that session. Like, you have like temperature changes and all this stuff that's happening because there's just shift happening the entire time. And even after you leave the session, the 7 days is totally appropriate to like literally go through an alchemical shift in your body and a physical shift and all those things.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the third session is kind of an integration session. So we do either another table session, or sometimes we do a repeat of the seals, and it just becomes a way to bring it all together and allow in those period of the space in between, like Eden was saying, all the work that you've been doing in the meantime, to bring it together and allow it to integrate. And you really do end up at a different frequency. You end up at a different space from when you started.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
And it's such a joy and an honor to get to offer. I feel always so privileged to be an Ensothic Ray practitioner. And it is also something that if you're interested in training as a healer, it is a modality that we train people in the mystery school system to be able to offer this modality. So I'd be happy to chat with you about that further if you're interested. In the meantime, if you're looking for a way to reset your system, to engage with healing on physical, soul, and spirit levels all at once, please reach out. Let me know. I'd love to set up a series with you.